everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where it is a beautiful day here in downtown Jackson. Mm-hmm. The sun is shining. Yeah. The birds have migrated, so they're not chirping anymore. And Maddie and Josh are married. Yay! So I had to get that out right up there. Look at it. Oh my gosh, I'm going to cry. You guys just got married this weekend.
We did. Yeah, you guys are so cute. I love it.
Look at how beautiful you both are.
Thank you.
What a gorgeous wedding. And appropriately, you were married out at Canner's Cave.
We were, our favorite place.
So that is so exciting. No, they didn't even tell me. So they came in and I just happened to look over. He's got the wedding ring on. I'm like, wait, did you get married? And they're like, yeah, this weekend. You know, just like no big deal at all.
Well, it's all gas, no brakes. We were taking Thursday, Friday off, all planning, setting stuff up.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yesterday we took off to get everything cleaned up and put away, shipped to wherever it needs to go to.
Here you are spending it with us.
Yes.
Had a livestock meeting last night and came bright and early, and we go to Columbus tomorrow for training for QA, so it's nonstop.
Yeah. It's nonstop. It's just, it never ends, man.
Do you see the bags under my eyes yet?
I know. You know, weddings are such special gifts and beautiful occasions, but boy, they can take it out of you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had fun and it was beautiful. And, you know, we just are so happy that, you know, our friends and our family could join us at Canner's Cave. A lot of folks had never been out to camp.
That's neat.
So it was really fun to share that with them. And we took a hike and just did all kinds of really fun stuff. So it was just really fun to share our favorite place with our friends and family and do that. So we're excited to share more about camp today on the show, too.
Yes. So, yeah, that's a good segue. And it's really fitting because that's kind of where you guys met, right?
Yes. Yeah, we did meet at camp.
Come full circle. That is so neat. Yeah, oh, my gosh.
We're super excited for all of our pictures coming because camp, it's picturesque right now.
Stunning.
You guys picked the perfect time of year for that wedding to happen with the foliage and
the
oh my gosh.
The leaves are just beautiful. And I think we were out there yesterday like picking up chairs and decorations and stuff. And the leaves are just falling like rain. Like there's just so many, and
it's like a Hallmark movie moment.
It's just beautiful. It's gorgeous out there. So if you want a recommendation of a place to get married or have an event,
that is true.
Canner's Cave is your place.
You know, we were talking off the air about this. Is that Canner's Cave is absolutely picturesque and stunning. All 4 seasons of the year.
Yes. Did you see the picture
really wild.
of the waterfall last year with all the ice? And
I don't think so.
I'll have to find it and I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
So last year, Hocking Hills they had this viral picture that was like being shared.
I can imagine.
And it was this waterfall that was like frozen solid. And so we hiked back and took a picture of ours at Canner's Cave and posted it. And everybody was like, Canner's Cave greater than Hocking Hills.
Oh, it was on, huh? Love that.
But it was so beautiful. Like a winter hike out at camp is gorgeous. And it just all year round, it's gorgeous out there.
It is. I mean, because there's always something happening in nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it is a perfect place to see that. Well, I told him, I was like, I think I'm going to cry. I'm so happy for you guys. That is so exciting, and congratulations. And please, for the love of God, relax a little bit.
We will try.
Okay.
Later.
Yeah. Give us a few days.
We'll schedule it in sometime. Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, that is so neat. And it is a perfect segue into talking about, you know, what our topic is today. And that is camp.
It is
in
camp.
general.
Yeah. I know that it's November, and I know nobody is thinking about summer camp probably. But I want you to think about summer camp because it's time. It's time to think about summer camp.
Whoa!
So our camp counselor applications just came out. Our summer staff applications just came out to be on our team out there all summer. We also have our camp dates that just came out, so people can save the date for their county's camp.
Okay.
So camp things are happening, man. So although registrations for camp aren't available yet, those usually come out in the spring. We want to talk about camp because it's so great, and we want people to make plans to be there this summer.
Absolutely, and you do have to plan ahead, especially, kids are busy these days. I mean, it used to be you just got out of school and did nothing for, a few months, but now it's every day. I feel like they have something to do.
We have to catch them early because they are so busy. So,
but you also have to staff this camp. Like, it's hard to, get ready for campers when you don't know if you have staff or not. So that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep. So I serve as the personnel chair out at Canner's Cave. So we're working on, we just released our summer staff application. So summer staff can be anyone. We've had them usually. They're in college. Sometimes they're a senior in high school getting ready to go to college. But it's a perfect opportunity for someone who wants to get their feet wet in the workforce, have a fun summer. If you need housing, they house you out there. They feed you out there. So it's a great opportunity for anyone looking for something like that. And it's super rewarding. Like I said, you won't get rich financially out there, but you'll get rich spiritually with all the impact you'll make within all the kids throughout the area.
There's something to be said for that, and the experiences that you're going to make throughout the summer and learn stuff. Who's the ideal candidate for working out at summer camp? And is it, would it be the whole summer, or is it just a couple of weeks? How's that work?
Yeah, so we've kind of talked about this a little bit. I think this year we're going to try and see if we can have or a couple people during just the 4-H season. So some people don't want to commit the whole year just because if they're a senior in high school, they may still be in 4-H.
Sure.
They may still want to go to the fair, and July is typically that fair period for most of the counties around here.
Yep.
So anyone that's wanting to do just 4-H, we might have that position open, but typically it's from middle of May all the way till the end of July because we have camp groups in and out throughout that whole way. So anyone that's willing to be there within that time frame, and anyone who's just enthusiastic and just likes to have fun. So it's not really a tight, strict job. We just have certain things you have to do, and then the rest you can kind of be yourself, entertain the kids. You're kind of like an actor. That's what I like to put it. You're just kind of like putting on a whole show for the whole camp, the whole week. So you're just kind of acting how you want it. And sometimes you're tired, but you have to act enthusiastic, ready to go, and excited to be there. So anyone that has those traits and is familiar with camp or works good on little sleep, good opportunity.
I'd say it's sometimes it's pretty early mornings and some pretty late nights, just depending on what we're doing, what activities we have scheduled for that camp that day. And like Josh said, like it's such a rewarding job.
Yes, you learned so much.
So many of the people that attended our wedding this past weekend, we met at camp as staff members and counselors, and it just you become so tight, with your fellow staff members, make some of the best friends for life, as part of this job. And I would think that any of our summer staff alumni that might watch this would say the same thing, that, they met some of their closest friends as summer staff on that team. But if you're a person that's, maybe nature savvy, you like the outdoors, maybe you like to teach kids about fishing or wildlife or trees or nature, those sorts of things, like to lead hikes. If you're somebody who is a lifeguard and likes to lifeguard the pool and maybe take a canoe trip or, paddle boats on the pond, those sorts of things. If you're somebody who likes adventure and wants to learn how to do high ropes or zip lining, that's kind of something that we do at Canner's Cave too with our high ropes course. So we can teach you to be an instructor for that. There's just a fit for just about every person at Canner's Cave, and we can tailor these positions to what you're interested in and what the best fit for you is.
When I did staff back in 2018, my favorite was high ropes. I love it still. I still go out there teach it. Actually, when we were out there, I took my groomsmen up. The morning of our wedding, I took my groomsmen up. I said, we're going to do high ropes. And I was like, don't get them hurt. And I said, we'll be fine. And then I called her right when we got done. I said, well, Cody slipped in his mouth. He broke a tooth, but he's fine.
We'll what?
Keep going. I was like, we're just kidding. We're fine. So
real life hangover situation.
But they had fun on ropes. It was a fun day.
but there's a job for anyone at camp. You can be as adventurous you want, or you can help on the back end where you're just helping plan, set things up, help with the craft section, help in the outdoors. There's a spot for everyone out at camp.
Yeah, absolutely. So when are applications due?
So for staff, so this is one where the paid part, and there's 5 to 6 positions potentially available. That is open until February 1st. So the deadline's February 1st. You can scan that QR code, go to that go.osu.edu/2026 summer staff app. And it's just a Qualtrics, and it kind of just gets you some basic background information, who you are, and then we can set up an interview date, and those dates will be sometime in February. And if you have any questions, my contact information's on there, plus Eric McGinnis. He's our camp manager out at camp.
Yeah.
So you can contact either of us for any specific information that you'd have any questions for.
And there's technically 2 positions available. There's our program coordinator, or PC as we call it, which is kind of like the team lead. And so that person is usually somebody with a little more camp experience. Maybe they were on summer staff the year prior or something of the sort. And they kind of help lead the team, do the scheduling and those sorts of things. And then we have our summer staff members. And then another thing that we always like to point out is if you are a college student that's looking for internship credit, we can certainly also make that happen for you.
So I was going to ask, what are the perks of doing that? Because, or are you getting, any I know a lot of the high school kids have to have volunteer hours and things like that. I mean, are these all perks that you could kind of take advantage of?
Yeah. So when we talk about camp counselor applications here in a second, that would be more so your volunteer hours.
Okay.
Whereas the summer staff applications are paid positions. So they're not volunteering. But we can set them up. We've worked with tons of colleges and universities to get them internship credits and those sorts of things if they have to have some sort of internships or observations or things like that for their programs that they're in.
Listen, I didn't get paid. I didn't get a paid internship in college. I had to donate my time. I mean, it was a blast, but
So, like if you're maybe a student in an education department, absolutely, we can get you, some summer hours for that. Maybe if you're in a natural resources program or something of that.
If you're in a business program, I did ag business and I needed an internship credit, and I used camp as that because I was the program coordinator, so I managed everyone's schedule on my staff.
Yeah, I mean,
I
very
managed
fitting.
the team, right?
Yeah.
So it can fit multiple ways for any major that's in college. It can count as internship credit if you need that.
Yep. So.
And listen, there is nothing more valuable than internships and the skills that you will learn. You think you're teaching the kids, they're teaching you.
Yeah.
You're learning a lot of stuff too.
Right.
So it's win-win both ways.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, do we do camp counselors?
You can do your camp counselors, yeah.
Okay. So, I just didn't know if we want to play our game first or not.
Explain the camp counselor role.
Okay. So, the other thing that, we have our paid summer staff positions out at Canner's Cave, and then we have our unpaid volunteers who are typically high school students, ages 14 to 18, that are summer camp counselors. So our camp counselors are the ones who stay in the cabins with the kids, get them from point A to point B, help lead games and activities, are very much like hands-on right there with their campers. And so our camp counselors, we have camp counselors from, all the school districts here in Jackson County. We usually have about 25 to 30 kids that serve as camp counselors every year. But, these kids, they can certainly get volunteer hours through their schools. I sign off on them every year as serving as a camp counselor. And typically, serving as a camp counselor gives them all the hours that they need to graduate. They earn many. Yeah. So
and you're having fun doing it,
and you're having so much fun doing it. Yes. So our camp counselor applications alongside our junior fair board applications and our youth rep for our committees that we have that serve our 4-H program, all 3 of those applications are due by January 15th. And then we do interviews and orientation shortly after that. I think camp counselors is actually on January 15th when applications are due. So they can hand in their application and then come to the interview. And so our camp counselors, they have to do at least 24 hours of training prior to coming to camp. And at least
That makes sense.
6 hours of those training have to be on site at Canner's Cave. So they're hands-on, they know where things are. You do not have to, have prior experience at camp to be a camp counselor. So if you've never come to summer camp before, but you're a high school student and you want to get involved, come be a camp counselor. We'll teach you everything you need to know, and we'd love to have you there. And so we do all the training. Here in Jackson County, we have a weekend overnighter for our counselors to do training at Canner's Cave in March. And so that one's called Counselor College, and it's always really fun. Yeah.
Cute.
And then, we do once a month, short meetings just to, give them dates and information that they need to know, and some small, activities and trainings that we do with them too. So we have a game to play with you today. And it's called Are You Smarter Than a Camp Counselor?
I'm just going to go ahead and say probably not.
And I hope you were taking notes because Maddie gave some answers away.
We
in
have
her
given
thing.
lots of answers away.
Oh, no.
So hopefully you take some notes.
So I have for you a scoreboard with a eraser and a marker that you can use to keep track of your scores.
Okay.
And we have how many questions? 10?
We've got 10 questions.
We have 10 questions for you.
There's going to be 5 questions that are just basic questions about Canner's Cave 4-H camp.
All right.
So if you know a little bit about it, you might be able to answer it. And then there's 5 questions that a camp counselor might be able to answer.
Do I have to write the answers down?
You can.
Or if you want to draw them out.
Yeah, or if you want to draw them
No,
out.
I don't draw. You don't want me to draw. It would probably end up looking like something not what it's supposed to look like. But yeah.
Maddie will keep your score.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll keep
All
your
right.
score.
So first question, what year was camp founded? So Canner's Cave 4-H camp, what year was it founded?
Now, you didn't say that, did
I
you?
didn't say that.
No,
Okay.
we didn't.
Take a
Okay.
guess. We'll give you, if you're within 5 years,
Ooh.
you get a 5-year range from top and bottom.
1960.
Incorrect, but close. It was 1949.
Oh, man.
1949.
So back in 1949, camp was sold to a couple counties, and I can't remember all of them off the top of the head, but it was Gallia, Jackson,
Gallia, and Lawrence counties.
So those were the original 3 counties that purchased camp. So they put in money, and actually the educators at the time, they put in their own salaries.
As
so
collateral.
they put their salaries in for collateral to purchase the camp at that time.
Was it a camp before that, or was it then built?
It was kind of like a
It went through a couple
lodge,
change of
yeah.
hands. So I think there was like 3 or 4 different business owners within multiple times, but it used to be like a carnival area. So out on camp,
Really?
they used to come
Interesting.
out and you could come to the trails, you could come do all these different activities, and they actually had an old wishing well. So on one of the trails, on the Black Rock Trail, there was an old wishing well, but one storm back in 2012, 2014, one of those 2 dates, a storm came and a rock fell and crushed the wishing well. So we no longer have it. It's underneath a rock somewhere, but the rock's still there, so we can point and be like, there's a wishing well somewhere there. We just can't see it because the rock's on top
Well, I
of
guess
it.
you could still make a wish.
You can try if you
Yep.
throw it
Throw a
in.
quarter at a rock.
They've tried to put like a snake camera through it and try and find it, but they can't find it, so it's probably right underneath the rock.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
That's interesting. I didn't know that history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Second question. We said this one. When are camp counselor applications due? When did we say that?
Camp counselor applications?
Camp counselor application.
January 15th.
Yes.
Boom. Got it. So again, anyone out there who's interested in being camp counselor, get your applications in. You can do them in as early as today, or you can wait until January 14th. Just don't wait till after January 15th because
That's right.
you
Yep.
might not be a camp counselor if you wait that long.
And again, where do you go to apply?
So you can go to go.osu.edu/Jackson4H-teens, I think is what it is. It's in the comments.
Oh, it's in the comments.
Heck yeah, it is. It's in the comments. You also can go on our website and go to our 4-H teens page, and it's listed on there, and it's in my monthly newsletter.
Okay. Very good.
So Jen, are you good at math?
No.
Okay,
I'm not
this-
good at
this'll
anything
be-
other than running my mouth.
This might be a good question. So you can do some math to figure out this answer. What anniversary did camp just celebrate last year? So it was a big anniversary they just celebrated.
Oh, God.
So 1949 was when camp was founded. Got to carry the one, slide it over.
Stop! I'm thinking. So 50 to 50. 75.
75,
Yes.
got it.
Good job.
Camp just celebrated their 75th anniversary, and we are already preparing for the 100th anniversary.
I know.
So that's going to be coming up in 25 years,
I
Maddie told me the
I
other
got
day.
25 years to plan that banquet.
I don't know if I can do
I
You
should
know
have
what's going to
started for
happen?
the last one 25 years ago. That took me so long.
Exactly. You know what's going to happen is it's going to be 25 years and we're all going to be like laughing like, oh,
Do you remember
we thought
when we were on the
that
radio?
was
Talking
seemed
about
like a
the
year ago. Yeah. I hope we're all laughing about it. It's 25 years.
I know. I'll be 50 whenever the 100-year comes around, and I'm like, I'm ready for it. I said, I'm going to start planning now. I'm ready. We're going to do some fun stuff. I will. I'm pumped. She says, oh.
Since I just turned 50.
Okay, so then you'll be 75 and you can still come.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We'll plan it.
It'll be
Okay.
great.
Yeah.
Next question. You should be able to get this one. What is the minimum age to be a camp counselor?
16. 14.
14. Good job.
We'll give you half a point
We'll
there.
give you a half point.
Thanks.
Okay. 0.5.
So-
I guess I don't know. I was thinking about like labor laws and stuff. That's not quite.
That's not quite as applicable
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can be a camp counselor from the ages of 14 to 18, and that's 14 before camp starts, correct?
Yes, which
Okay.
it's preferred that you are our 4-H age for like enrollment and everything is as of January 1st.
Yes.
So you can join 4-H when you are 8 years old and in the 3rd grade as of January 1. So we kind of go off of as of January 1. So if you're 14, as of January 1, that's what we prefer, or 14 by the time of camp, we can also make happen too.
There you go.
And typically you have to be 2 years older than the campers you are counseling,
Yes,
correct?
yeah. So you you can't be a 14-year-old and camp counsel our junior high camp, which is typically 13-year-olds, 12
Yeah,
to
that would be a
13-year-olds.
little weird.
Yeah, yep. So we kind of prefer that our younger counselors counsel our younger camps like Cloverbud Camp and our beginner camp, which is 3rd through 5th grade.
Okay.
And then our older counselors, those 16, 17, 18-year-olds, counsel our junior high camp, 6th through 8th grade. So,
Okay. Perfect.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Next question. What is Cantor's Cave's full government name?
Full government name.
This one's a tough one
It is a tough one.
because it's long.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's not short.
The full How am I
full
supposed to know
government.
that? I have no idea. Cantor's Cave 4-H camp's all I know.
So it is technically the Elizabeth L. Evans Outdoor Education Center and Cantor's Cave 4-H Camp.
Okay, my next question, which is going to be who in the heck is Elizabeth whoever you just said?
Well,
Who
have
is
you heard
Elizabeth
of
L. Evans?
Have you heard of a guy named Bob Evans?
Yes.
That's his daughter.
Oh, okay.
So Bob Evans was a big supporter of Cantor's Cave 4-H camp. So if you actually look at a couple of things around camp, so the nature center is actually called the Jewel Evans Nature Center.
Okay.
So Jewel would have been Bob's wife, correct?
Yes.
So they have a bunch of different things in there. And actually a fun fact about that, if you go to the men's restroom in the main lodge, they have urinals in there, but it's a trough urinal. The reason it's a
yucky.
trough urinal is because Bob Evans went up to an Ohio State game and he saw all the trough urinals
That
in the
is
Ohio
true,
State
yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah.
And he said, I love these. So when they were planning different things out at camp, he said, I want one of these in the men's restroom down there. So that's why we have a trough urinal in the men's restroom in the main lodge. It's a fun fact.
We love you, Bob, but that was an odd request.
I mean, yeah, all the way around. No, I always thought that the trough urinals were kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know, as a guy actually using them, if that's...
It's hard to clean.
It's hard to clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got 100 plus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know,
children.
yeah.
third graders.
Yeah.
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 I could see that.
So, yeah, it's the Elizabeth L. Evans Outdoor Education Center. Bob was really passionate about summer camp. the really amazing thing was that Bob and Jewel actually went to, they didn't come to Canner's Cave as kids, right? Because our camp was still kind of new at the time, like when they got involved. But they had gone to, like church camps and other youth summer camps in their childhood elsewhere. And so when Canner's Cave was kind of being founded, they got involved and just became really huge supporters and really passionate about what our mission was. And so they sent their own kids to Canner's Cave, cousins and nieces and nephews, and it was really fun. When we did celebrate our 75th anniversary, we honored Bob and Jewel with our Founders Award.
That's awesome.
And, honored them and their dedication to camp and service. And a lot of their family came and joined us that night and just shared so many memories of their time at camp when they were kids, which was really special and fun. So
that is cool. Yeah, fun fact, right back at you. No, when a few years ago, probably before you were born, my husband and I started a restaurant in Gallipolis called Courtside Bar and Grill. I don't know if you've ever been there or not.
Yes.
We don't own it now, but we did start it back in like 99, I think, originally. But then we moved, anyway, to a way bigger space. But I had the privilege of getting to meet Bob and Jewel as they would come in for dinner, and they were really incredible humans. And of course, I know Steve very well and all that. And so yeah, it was really neat to get to feed Bob Evans instead of vice versa, right?
Yeah.
And Jewel, yeah.
I remember Courtside well. That was my favorite place to eat in Gallipolis when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Next
You're welcome.
Well, let's check and see where we're at since we're halfway through, right?
score update.
I'm
Score
failing
update.
miserably.
We are at 2.5 points so far.
There's still time to make it up.
Yeah, there's
Don't
still
worry.
time.
I'm not doing very well.
We had you in the first half. All right. So the next one being, can you name 4 activities we typically do at camp? Any 4 activities?
Oh, yeah, that's easy. Well, we can go swimming.
Can you go swimming?
We can do the rope course.
Yes.
Ropes.
We can hike.
Yep.
Can hike.
We can eat.
Yes, we
Can eat.
can. Good food.
Let's see. And I know that you have like some game areas too that we've talked about here.
Yeah.
So that's something.
So we
that
built
you can do.
a brand new Gaga pit, where some people call it Octoball, Gaga
Yeah.
Ball. The kids love it. We built that last year, a new pit for them to play in.
Yeah.
We renovated the mini golf course that's out there.
Oh, I didn't know there was one out
There's
there.
a little mini golf course
Cute.
that kids just love, playing on that. All kinds of
When
really
they don't
fun
turn
stuff.
it into a driving range.
Yeah. There's basketball courts, volleyball nets, just all kinds of really fun stuff,
Yeah.
for the kids to do outside and hang out. Fishing, one of my favorite camp activities, is to sing camp songs, of course. And just, campfire, all of those things that you think of when you think of just summer camp, right? Spending time in the outdoors, learning about things, creeking, going down in the nature center, archery. We have shooting sports and rifles.
That's
and,
right.
Just all kinds of really, really fun stuff. Okay.
Ready for the next question?
So I did good with that one.
We got a point.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Next question.
Yes.
It seems like a tough one, but it's not. What are the original names for the girls' cabins at camp?
Oh, yeah.
What are the original names? Just take a basic guess.
Maple and oak. I don't know.
Incorrect. So it's cabin 1,
Incorrect.
cabin 1, cabin 2,
Stop
cabin 3,
it.
cabin 4,
Stop
cabin 5. Just number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yep. But we do have, you were close, we do have cabins out there, Oak and Sycamore.
Okay, I
cabin
thought that I had
currently.
seen that there were.
Yes.
That's their names now.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you say tomato, whatever.
All right, good job.
All right, next one up.
For the 0.
What are the,
Cabin 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yeah. Okay.
what are the 3 benefits to sending a child to summer camp? Any 3 benefits?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, what do you think?
Parents get the week without their kids.
She
that
went a
could be a
different
benefit.
direction.
No, I think that the kids, they learn independence by going on their own without mom and dad for a
Absolutely.
week and meeting other kids, and they're learning that independence and probably leadership as well. They get to have fun.
Yes.
Yeah. And, well, they learn stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So summer camp is a place where kids learn, to kind of be their own selves, right?
It's kind of like going to college, but like way earlier in
Yes.
life. It's the way I look at it.
I mean, think about it. Like you send your 8-year-old, to stay somewhere by themselves. Have they done that before? Do they have that skill? Are they going to remember to brush their teeth or
Correct. Like all
change
of
their
this.
clothes?
Change your clothes.
So, some of those skills.
They're not taking a bath for a week.
Yes.
Well, there's a funny story, and I think this is long enough that I can tell the story.
Unless they're forced to.
When I was a counselor, I had a camper in my cabin, and he was taking showers. I knew he was taking showers. We were taking him down there. Everybody was showering. But on the third day, I had one of the educators come to me. He was like, "Hey, has he been showering?" I said, "Yeah, he's been showering." She's like, "Well, his mom's seen some pictures and said that he's been wearing the same outfit, the same every single day in all the pictures." And I paused and I stood there and I was like, "He has been wearing a red shirt, hasn't he?" So he was showering.
Stop
He
it.
was not changing his
Kept
clothes.
putting the same dirty clothes back on.
So I had to go to him and say, "Hey, buddy, can we change your clothes today?" He's like, "Yeah, we can do that." He's like, "I just like this shirt and clothes." And
I
was
just like this shirt.
Okay.
I mean, fair.
Just totally slipped my mind. I knew we were getting him down there, getting him ready, but he wasn't changing his clothes. It slipped,
It was
slipped
close,
right by
but
me.
no cigar, right?
Yep.
Like it was. You
you
were on
know,
the right path.
Yep.
Does a dip in the pool count as a bath?
Yes.
As summer does.
And at summer camp, a dip in the pool is certainly a bath.
So all of those skills, just independence, that confidence to kind of do things themselves, and but then like those little things like learning about different wildlife that you can find in the
Sure.
creek or and on the trails and in the hills, the
Or
fish that you can catch.
Maybe
and-
seeing a deer that you've never seen in real
Yes,
life that we all
yeah.
take for granted.
Absolutely.
Like, just things like that. I also think, and I've never been to camp, nor have I obviously been a counselor there, but I'll bet you anything that you see who's the natural born leader, who's the follower, who's the, the person that, like, this whole hierarchy comes to be, and it's not meant to, but it does.
Yeah,
because that's how humans are.
You definitely see different moments of leadership in all of the kids. And so we had almost 30 camp counselors this past summer. And every single one of them, I can sit here and tell you moments that I saw them step up in different ways or lead in their own capacities. And so leadership looks different for every single person.
Sure.
To some people, leadership looks very loud and proud and in charge, right? But that's not always, the case at summer camp. Sometimes leadership is sitting with that kid that maybe isn't making very many friends.
What I was going to say, or giving them a hug when they're missing mom and dad, or having that conversation with them.
Absolutely, yes.
For
so
sure.
we see these teens who practice leadership in all kinds of different ways, kind of put it into practice at camp.
That has to be so
And
rewarding.
and it is really fun. And then it's kind of the flip side of it too. You give the opportunity for that quiet teen to be loud and proud and in charge too. So it kind of flips it on its head a little bit too, backwards. So it's a really fun way, not just for our young people and our kids that come to camp, but also our teens that come to camp to kind of
Absolutely.
practice some of those skills. So absolutely. All right. How many we got? Two more?
2 more questions
Two
left.
more.
Do
All
I
right.
get a point for that?
Yeah, I'll give you a point.
Okay,
Okay,
I got a
good
point
job.
for that.
Can you name all 4 rock/cave structures on the main trails at camp?
Yes. Cave 1, Cave 2, Cave 3, and Cave 4.
Close.
No, I have no idea.
Let's get one of them. So what's the name of the camp?
Canner's Cave.
There's one.
There's one.
And then the other ones are Boone, Black Rock, and Echo. So we have Boone, Black Rock, Echo. So we'll give you 0.25.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have 5 that
Yep.
our
Oh,
main
point.
trails will hit you to.
Okay.
Yep.
Does Echo Cave echo?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. It's a large cave that if you look at it and you say right into it, it'll echo back right to you.
That's awesome.
Now there's 2 echoes actually out at camp. So there's one that we call Echo Cave for all the kids and do the hiking trails, but there's one that's actually historical that they call Echo Cave. It's like straight back from the nature center a little bit to the left, and it's one where they found Native American artifacts. So there's a whole picture image of everything that they found when they did an archaeological dig, and they were able to find quite a bit of arrowheads and all just different miscellaneous things. And
Neat.
they have it because that cave is specifically high up. And when Native Americans, they wanted to have that high space, they could see everything coming. If anything was coming towards them, they were able to see everything, be
Brilliant.
sheltered from the rain. So it was a really good spot. And there's quite a bit of locations out camp that would be a perfect spot for those Native Americans.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Boone Cave is a natural amphitheater, so you can stand. It's very vast and wide. That picture I showed you, so you can stand at one end and say something, and you can hear it on the complete opposite end, which is very cool.
That's like some COSI stuff right there.
And we tell a story
nature.
of Daniel Boone to the kids. There's a tree that like has no. It looks like something slid down it. All the branches are gone, and so we tell a story about Daniel Boone, how he jumped down the tree and all kinds of fun stuff. And then Black Rock.
Black Rock is one where we show an example of what Native Americans used to do whenever they do something called a buffalo drive. So buffalo drive being where buffalo were large, and it's really hard to take them down with arrows because not one arrow is going to probably kill it. So what
Wait,
they would
were there buffalo around here?
back
Running
in
around?
yep,
Okay.
when we used to have
And
it back
elk
then.
and deer and lots of,
So they
Oh.
would do those drives, and the Native Americans, they knew the land. They knew their land really well, and they knew where the cliff edges were. So what they did was they would herd those specific game animals and get them to the edge. Instead of like killing them with bows and arrows, they'd have them go to the edge, have them run off, and then they would go back down and get them, and it'd be something really easy for them to get, so they could get the meat, they could get the fur, and be able to use it to eat and stay
Gotcha.
warm. So
Okay.
it's a perfect example of that because it's a large, vast rock that's
Yeah.
straight up.
it's just a straight cliff job.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's called Black Rock because it has like some black moss.
It's
type-
like an algae.
yeah, it's
a
like an
black-
algae growing
yeah.
on it. So it's a pretty
Neato.
simple name, kind of like cabin 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, last one.
Last question. You should be able to answer this one. How many training hours do counselors have to have in Jackson County?
24.
Good
Got it.
job.
All right, what's our total count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. So 0.75. 5.75 points.
That is awful.
We
Out
can
of
curve
10.
it.
Yeah, we can curve it. We can give you
There's
6.
20%
Thanks.
curve.
I appreciate that. Y'all are pals.
So, are you smarter than a camp counselor?
I don't think so. This is why they never let me do it.
You did a good job, though. It was so
Thanks.
good.
Fun.
Yeah, well, I hope that you learned something about camp.
Absolutely.
And that we could share some fun stories and fun facts with our community, too.
You
So
got
was
it. Well, I tell you what, Adrian's waving his arms feverishly over there. Says that if we don't play a commercial, he's going to yell at me. So we have that, and then we'll be back and finish up and catch up again with Maddie and Josh and talk about 4-H. So we'll be right back.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and we are back with Maddie and Josh and talking about all things Cantor's Cave today and 4-H camp and some of the fun things going on and also how you can spend your summer out there.
Yeah. So we've talked about summer staff applications. We've talked about camp counselor applications. But there's also lots of opportunity for folks to just enjoy camp, Summer camp, usually for our 4-H camps, and you do not have to be a 4-H member to attend 4-H camp.
I think that's important to say because I didn't even know that.
Yes, you do not have to be a 4-H member to attend 4-H camp. Anybody, any child can come to 4-H camp. And so those happen in June with some of our more state camps happening in July. So just stay tuned for those camp dates. Those dates are available on our website, in the newsletter, on Facebook. You can follow Canner's Cave 4-H camp. Adrian's got our dates. He's going to put them up there. And so we have...
I always laugh because he raises his hand. Adrian.
So we've got Canner's Cave is owned by 10 counties in kind of the southern Ohio, southeast Ohio region.
I think a lot of people don't realize that this isn't just a Jackson County situation.
Yeah.
It just happens to be here.
Yeah. So we do some stuff in the winter and the spring teen winter retreat there that's open to any teen. Anybody can come to that. Forestry and wildlife camp, which is very focused on that outdoor education.
Cool.
And then you can kind of see some of the other county camps there: Adams, Lawrence Pike, Vinton. We've got Gallia Jackson, Scioto, Highland, Brown Megs. All of these camps, and then lots of statewide camps. So that forestry and wildlife camp, Adaptive Adventures, which is for youth with special needs.
Oh, okay, great.
Shooting sports, STEM camp, which is my camp. It's always fun. And those are all statewide camps. So we have kids that come from all over the state of Ohio to participate in those camps.
And the Clover Buds.
Clover Bud Overnighter is so fun. That's kids that are ages 5 to 7, and they bring a parent or guardian with them to camp.
So adorable.
And they stay one night. It's like less than 24 hours that they're at camp. But we pack it full of so much fun, and they get to experience camp, with a person that they trust.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we're one of the only camping facilities in the state that offers a teen camp for high school students, which is really fun. Normally, it's when you hit that high school age, you either have to be a counselor or you don't get to come to camp anymore.
Makes sense.
So now we offer teen camp, have offered teen camp for forever and ever, for kids that maybe they just don't have the ability and the time, or maybe that's just not something that they're interested in, is being a counselor. And so they can come to teen camp and have fun too.
Good.
Yeah. And then other things, ways that you guys, the public, can support camp is through different events and things that they have going on all throughout the year.
Oh, yeah.
We offer open hike nights. We do an open house every other year. And then we have different fundraisers and events going on. So I know Eric or Elijah and Josh will be on the show next month because it'll be right before their vendor fair. But we wanted to plug it a little bit this morning on the show too, so you guys can make plans to be there. So
great time to shop for Christmas.
Yes, absolutely. It's right around the corner. So their vendor fair, they've done that for 2 years now, 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah, 2 years.
And so it's been a huge hit. The vendor spots fill up every single year, and they've got some of the coolest vendors,
why?
All different things.
Because we have some insanely talented people in our area.
Yes, we do.
That do really cool things.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I bought all kinds of Christmas gifts at the last vendor fair that I went to, and so Santa is always there to take pictures with the kids. I think they're gonna do like a breakfast with Santa kind of thing. Usually they've got like crafts and snacks and just all kinds of really fun stuff.
Love it.
And then something to note is the first year that they did the vendor fair, they charged like a $2 enter fee or something. They do not do that anymore.
Okay.
You can come, and there's raffles and all kinds of things that you can participate in. So we just wanted to plug that. The last thing that I wanted to plug is the quilt raffle that they also have going on.
That is amazing.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
And so this is a quilt that they had made right before the Apple Festival. And so Canner's Cave had a booth at the Apple Festival that they started selling tickets in. And then the tickets will be pulled at the vendor fair. So the vendor fair is your last chance to purchase a ticket for the quilt raffle. But you can purchase them. We have a PayPal, so you can purchase them anytime by just contacting camp there with their email and their phone number. But the back side of that quilt has like farm animals on it. It's really cute. But just a way to support camp. And they have earmarked the proceeds from this raffle for new chairs in the main lodge to get rid of the old and ugly burnt orange ones that we have in there.
That have been there since 1929
Yeah,
or 49
probably.
or whenever it was. Yeah,
They're
founded.
very old.
They're sturdy, though.
They are sturdy.
They are very sturdy. Those chairs, in particular, were from OSU surplus. They bought them in like
So they
the
were used way
70s,
back then,
and
yeah.
they were like camp got them used, and they have been at camp since I think the 70s. Like they have been there a very long time, and they're starting to
They're
finally
sturdy.
like dry rot and that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. So we need to get some new chairs out there. So that's how you can support that fundraiser.
Their chairs, if you take them to WWE, it might kill someone. So like
Yeah.
we can't use them for that.
These are the real deal
Yeah.
They're
things.
hefty, yeah.
No, I feel ya.
But yeah, that's what we've got. There's lots of ways that you can get involved in camp. I know it's November. I know, what the heck, it's Christmas time, it's
Yeah, like,
Thanksgiving
I don't wanna
time.
think about that
I'm not
right now.
thinking about the summer, but it's time to think about the summer, I promise.
Yes, especially when it does come to camp. And, you know, again, there's so many benefits to be going to camp, but also being a counselor, spending your summer out there with the kids. And I just feel like it's just all
Yes.
good.
Yep. Best,
Well, I just-
best job ever being summer staff, too.
4-H is just all good anyway. And FFA for that matter.
Yes. Well, thank you for having us on the show today.
Well,
we
thank you.
appreciate
And
it.
congratulations
Thank
you.
on your wedding. That is so exciting.
Thank
and
you.
We hope that you have a very, very relaxing honeymoon coming up here soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
take
Yeah.
time to chill out.
We will.
Yeah,
we will.
decompress.
Yep.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All righty.
Well, I'll tell you what, we do have another message, and then Pete Wilson will be over. Today is Election Day, and I have a feeling he might be mentioning some of that stuff. So we'll be right back after this.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right, and we are back with our good friend Pete Wilson on this election day here in, well, pretty much everywhere in Ohio.
It is everywhere. Well, it's everywhere in the country.
Yeah.
Actually, it's always going to be election day, the first Tuesday after the first Monday.
Oh,
Okay.
say that 5 times fast.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, after a while, you kind of get used to it. But yes, it is election day. There's still plenty of time to vote, of course. The polls opened early, 6:30 a.m. They
That's
will
right.
stay open till 7:30 p.m. So, work or whatever, occupies you, you should find time in there to go vote.
No excuses.
Right. And of course, the radio, Total Media, through the radio and the Telegram, will be covering the election through our various platforms. We'll have a live radio broadcast tonight. We'll start at 8 o'clock. Myself and Jeremiah will be here in Jackson County broadcasting from the John Pelletier studio. And Red Thompson Jr. will be up at the Vinton County Board of Elections to report on the Vinton County results. And how it works is, we will, as soon as we get the word of some results or all the results, we will certainly pass them on at the first opportunity. Because there's only one report or two reports, you have a lot of period in there where you're in the waiting room.
Yes.
So, we ask you to be patient there. But as soon as we know, as soon as we get the results and as soon as we can get them out of our mouths, it'll go over the air. That's as early as you're going to get those results. And we're going to start at 8 o'clock, and we're going to have segments where we, if we don't have much to report, we'll go off the air for just less than 15 minutes, come back on every 15 minutes after the hour. 15 minutes after the hour, 30 minutes after the hour, 45 minutes after the hour, and on the top of the hour, all the way until we know the results.
Okay.
The big wild card is, I think, the write-in votes.
Yeah.
Because we've never seen so many write-in candidates.
This is a lot.
There's a lot in Jackson County, even more in Vinton County, and so we'll see. Not only how they do, that'll be interesting, but how that affects the county, because I really don't know on that. There's a blank for a write-in, but you do write it in by hand. It isn't something that's already printed on the ballot. So we'll see how that goes. But looking at some of the also. Of course, the print edition for the Telegram comes out Wednesday. We all know that. So when you pick up the paper Wednesday, I wish you could see election results, but you can't, because we have to have all the stuff for the paper done by 5 o'clock. As a matter of fact, before 5 o'clock, because that's when it needs to be sent electronically to our printer. So obviously the election isn't over at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. So, but what we can do, the next best thing, in addition to what we do on the radio, and it will also be video streamed as well, on the Telegram, Facebook, and the Jeremiah Shaver News Personality page. What we will also do is, as soon as we drink a cup of coffee or eat a piece of pizza or whatever, and we will do it at the same time we're typing, we'll get those results online tonight.
Okay.
It'll be on the telegramnews.com, and when it'll be there, a lot of it has to do with whenever it's finished, of course. And then we have to, do our compiling and our writing and like that, but we'll hang in there and do that, and that will be online. Saturday, then, we will take those stories, expand on them a little bit, add maybe other angles that didn't occur to us or we didn't have time to tackle tonight, and they will be in more comprehensive coverage in Saturday's print edition of the Telegram. So this is an all-local election. We're not electing a president. We're not electing a United States senator. We're not electing congressman. That happens in even-numbered years. In the odd-numbers years, you have what you call local grassroots elections, and there is a lot of folks who are going to be elected tonight, at least unofficially, for offices like school board, village council, city council, a township trustee, and that is all throughout our locales in Jackson and Vinton County. So there is a lot on the ballot, including some contests as well. There's multiple tax levies and other non-candidate issues also on the ballot, as always, in both Jackson and Vinton counties. I guess I'll point out some of the top things of interest, I think, curious on how they go, and that might draw the most interest from our voters. School board is always a big thing because, these candidates represent a school district, not just a town. And there are contested races in the Wellston City School District, the Oak Hill Union Local School District, and the Vinton County School District. And the Vinton County School District, very interested to see there, because in Vinton County you have 6 candidates running for school board, and only one of them has their name printed on the ballot. So you have five write-in candidates. So it would be interesting to see how that goes. The profusion of write-in candidates in general happened when the filing deadline and the approval of the candidates who filed ahead of the normal deadline, when it was apparent how many names were on the ballot or left on the ballot after there were some invalidations, you could see that there are openings there. So you have 3 school board seats and you have 1 candidate. Oh my gosh, I can maybe get elected as a write-in. That's what happened in Vinton County.
There you go.
And that also applies to some other offices in Jackson and Vinton counties as well. Some other write-in candidates may have looked at who is running and think, well, I might have a chance if I put my name on. Not too many candidates. I can maybe get out and win. And the write-in candidates have won in both in Jackson County for sure. We know that happened a long time ago.
Absolutely.
For mayor.
Yes, it did.
But anyway, some of the high interest races, as I said, Vinton County, Wellston, and Oak Hill contested school board races. Multiple candidates running for not all the seats, but some of the seats. They always stagger school board. You either have 2 running in one odd-numbered year and 3 and 2 years later in another odd-numbered year, or vice versa. So we either have 2 or 3 candidates running, or 2 or 3 open spots on those
Gotcha.
for those school board seats. There's one contested council race in the city of Jackson. That's for at-large council. We have 4 candidates running for 3 spots there. And in Wellston, same thing for at-large candidates, 4 candidates running for 3 spots there.
And some of those are write-in candidates also, right?
One of the candidates in Jackson, city of Jackson, is a write-in. One of the candidates in Wellston is a write-in candidate.
Okay.
All right. We also have some contested races, not across the board, but in some of the townships for the trustee spots.
Yes.
4 officials are run township government, 3 township trustees and 1 fiscal officer. This year, 2 of the 3 trustees are up. 2 years from now, that other trustee spot and the fiscal officer spot will be up.
Gotcha.
So you have some contests there as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Most of the tax levies are at the township or the city village level. There's only, in Jackson County, there are 2 countywide tax levies. 2 countywide tax levies, one for Hope Haven MRDD, which is a renewal and a replacement levy for Jackson County EMS. There are no countywide levies in Vinton County, but once again, there are village and township levies. Interesting situation in the village of MacArthur when we're talking about council candidates, because in 3 of the 4 villages in MacArthur, because you got MacArthur, Hamden, Wilkesville, and Zaleski.
Yes.
In 3 of the 4, there's not enough candidates to fill the ballot.
Oh my.
However many spots there are, there's not enough candidates. In MacArthur, for instance, that is a head scratcher to me. Maybe folks up there know why, but up there in MacArthur, there are 4 seats on the line in MacArthur Village Council. You know how many candidates they have? Zippo. No candidates running for MacArthur Village Council.
Oh my!
Right, and Hamden.
What do they do then? Do they have to be appointed? Or?
That is a excellent question for a newsman that I'll have to get on.
Oh my! Do you remember that ever happening before?
No,
I don't either.
I can remember some spots being empty on the ballot.
I can never remember. But not...
I can remember no persons running for 4 seats. And MacArthur is the county seat. I mean, it isn't like there's 100 people in MacArthur. It's about the size of Oak Hill. So
interesting.
So anyway, that is interesting. So we'll see how all that plays out. If there's a vacancy of an elected position, like somebody resigns, passes away, or whatever, it's either a political appointment, if it's a partisan situation, like it would be in the cities of Jackson and Wellston, because you have R's and D's, and at the village level, it would be an appointment by either council or the mayor.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens when it is an opening. I'm guessing it will be the same way. As if somebody resigned when they were already in office, but I've never seen that before, what we have in some of our villages there in Vinton County specifically.
Man.
Do not forget, if you're in Vinton County and you don't want to forget or let old habits hit you, polling places have changed. It's the 3 elementary schools in Vinton County: Central Elementary in MacArthur, South Elementary near Hamden, and West Elementary over at Allensville. So you're voting at the schools instead of the precincts where you did last year.
Exactly.
Jackson in Jackson County, of course, it's been going on for 2 or 3 years since they consolidated the polls. Jackson High School for a bunch of the locales, particularly in the center part of the county, north part of the county, a lot of those folks vote at Wellston High School. And on the south side, it's at the Madison Jefferson Bingo Hall on Main Street in Oak Hill.
Right.
All right. Okay, another thing we want to tell you about, this is pretty important, and they did this on election night, so I don't know, maybe election night doesn't mean a whole lot to this type of thing, but there is going to be a public meeting, a public information meeting is what they're calling it. It's going to be at Vinton County High School, and it regards a proposed solar field that would be built in Clinton Township, which is near Hamden, in Vinton County. And I think you see how they've done this before. Rather than, it's from 5 to 8 p.m. and they're calling it, as I said, a public information meeting where there will be people from the Hamden Energy team, which I think represent the solar field company, Recurrent Energy. They will be there to answer questions from the public. I'm not sure if they're going to have a presentation. I'm not sure if they're going to have an airing where people can ask questions and when everybody's seated around, or it's going to be something where just for 3 hours you can come and go as you want, but you can ask questions and see displays and talk to these people who want to do the solar field. certainly the people from Recurrent Energy, but also maybe local officials who may be involved in some way.
You're starting to see those things pop up everywhere.
Well, and sometimes you see a proposal and it doesn't go anywhere, or even gets approved and then it doesn't happen. So we've had that happen here in Jackson County before. But anyway, that is from 5 to 8 p.m. tonight. Not a lot of notice on that, but we just found out about it. Okay, we have a list, Jennifer, as I mentioned yesterday. It is published it will be published in tomorrow's paper. It is also already online and on Facebook. Many different ways that the public has come through to try to help the people who are affected by the suspension of Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits, SNAP benefits. Of course, this is the old food stamp program with a new name, and basically a lot of people, more than 1 in 5 in Jackson County, are affected by the loss of SNAP benefits, even if it's just temporary. Some things in the works where they might be resumed, some benefits, or at least a part of those, but that hasn't happened yet. But in the meantime, so many things are set up. Too much to mention here since I'm talking mainly about the election, but if you go online to thetelegramnews.com, pick up tomorrow's print edition of the Telegram, check the Facebook page for Telegram. You will see a bunch of things that are already being offered, whether it's a food drive, a donation drive, an event where you can come and eat a dinner. All these things are happening here in the next several weeks.
Yes.
All right. Last thing I want to mention here as we're running out of time, Nancy Baisden over at the Jackson Food Program, a.k.a. the Jackson Food Pantry, announced that they are still taking applications for that cook-at-home Thanksgiving meal that you pick up. However, there are limitations involved. The sign-up deadline is Friday, November 14th. That's a week from this Friday. And there's only going to be 150 takeout meals available, and she is already halfway through.
Okay. So
you-
get to applying.
So even though we talk about the deadline, that doesn't mean there's still going to be takeout meals available when
Don't
we get
wait.
to the. No, don't
Yep.
wait. So how do you sign up? You go to the food pantry at 323 East Broadway Street. You can call for more information at the food pantry 740-286-5937. That number you can find on Facebook. You can also find in stories that we published and posted in the Telegram as well. But once again, you need to sign up, and then you receive a card with the information about pickup times. And the pickup day is going to be Monday, November 24th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I think that will be at the food program office down there on East Broadway. That's where they did it last year.
Okay.
And a corollary to that, we want to mention, Bellisio Foods donated all the turkeys. That's the starter. But when the food pantry, the food program, you already know that they're stretched to the nines to be able to provide food on a regular basis. So this takeout meal is something extra, right? So you can make donations. You can make donations to the food program to help them with this project and other projects. And this is the most important time of the year. And it is a 501(c) organization. So your donations, your financial donations, are tax deductible. Of course, you can also give non-perishable food items. You could donate that too if that's the route you want to go.
Absolutely.
It will all be very much appreciated. You can drop off donations at the food program, but the preferred method, because they're busy with just operations, is to mail a check to the Jackson Food Program at Post Office Box 692 in Jackson. Once again, Post Office Box 692 in Jackson. I know I've thrown some numbers and addresses at you times, but all this is in the paper and posted on our website and Facebook.
Okay.
So there you are.
Very good.
Much more to talk about tomorrow if I wake up. Or maybe I'll still be awake then.
Maybe
Who
you'll
knows?
still, you may not have gone to bed yet tomorrow.
Right, but once again, the live radio broadcast will be on WKOV, that's 96.7 FM. We'll also be video streaming on the Telegram Facebook page as well. But neither Jeremiah, I, or Red have faces for video. It's faces for radio, but that's what you're going to get.
No, that's very informative, and thank you. I know it's a long night for you, but it is a very important thing that you all do. So election nights are fun.
Right. I mean, you have probably, if you look at all of it, you probably have well more than half of the elected officials at the local level, not the county level, but the local level that's going to be decided. And those terms will start, most of them start at the beginning of next year. One thing that is overlooked on this that's countywide, because there's no contest here, you don't hear much about it, we are electing a new municipal court judge today. That will be, and I will tell you who that is, that's Randy Dupree. He is the current Jackson County prosecutor, and he is the only candidate for that term to succeed the late Mark Music. Mark, of course, died this past May, and there's been an interim judge, D. Dean Evans, serving in his place since then. I assume he will serve through the rest of the year.
But then that leaves the prosecutor spot open.
That will be, the prosecutor's spot will be open, and Randy is in the middle of a term. He was elected as a Republican, so I believe we will have a Republican appointment coming up sometime soon, I would think.
And who appoints that? The governor?
Well, the governor, I'm pretty sure.
Or suggests?
The governor has to approve judges.
Okay,
He doesn't-
but not a prosecutor.
The governor actually doesn't approve judges. He appoints the judge. It isn't like he has to say, okay, that's okay. It is, I think if it's a partisan thing, the governor and his screening committee may check, with the local political figures to get their input because, they're the ones who are back here in the county. But prosecutors, I believe, that would be, if they're elected partisan, and Randy was elected as a Republican, that would be a Republican Party decision for the rest of the term.
That will be an interesting appointment.
Correct. Absolutely. That very, very important job. He's going going from one important job to another one.
Yes, he is. All right. Well, Pete, thank you so much. And don't forget, again, today is Election Day, so get out, vote, and we'll see you right back here in the morning. Probably have some results for you. So we look forward to that. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.